Hey everyone, so this is another video about how R thinks about data, and this one is focused on subsetting. So in this video, we're going to learn how to extract specific values out of vectors that we created in the first video. So one of the vectors that we created had a bunch of different animal names. So keeping in theme with that, I'm going to write out a few different animals here. Dog. We'll throw in a cat. And I'll save that object. And so one thing about R is that when it sees a series of values, it starts counting from the number 1. So there's some languages like Python that will count from 0. But in our case, R starts with 1. And a reminder of that is, when we go to look at our environment, it gives us some information about our object, and it says character value ranging from 1 to 4. So let's say we are interested in just extracting the second value. So we can type within these square brackets the number, and our console shows us that that refers to rat. And there's also a way that you can extract multiple values. So this is using that C function that we learned about previously. So say we want to extract 2 and 3. So now we get rat and dog. You can also create a new series of values based on how you specify these indices. So say I wanted to create a new set of values that repeats rat and dog multiple times. I could do that. So that's cool. There's also many cases where you might want to do some conditional subsetting. So one way to do this is by use of a logical vector. Okay, we have this object. Let's actually stick with our weight object, and we'll throw in a bunch of numbers. So, okay, and I should save the object. And let's say we only want it to spit out numbers 14. So we're going to write true. And number 76, so we'll write true. But all the rest, I don't really want. I can use the logical vector value of false to then not select those values. So now we can see in the output, it just returned the first 2. You can also test this out with specifying some sort of condition. So let's say we want weight over 50. And this gives us the number of the weights that are actually over 50. If you were interested in just seeing like, okay, which cases are over 50, but you don't necessarily care about the numbers, you could just write weight over 50, and the output will then be a series of logical values of false or true. So there's also the case that sometimes you might want to put multiple tests in. So say we want weight that is over 50, or, which we can denote with this straight line, weight under, 20. And now we have this output that has 14, 76, and 81. So that is helpful to know, but there's other ways to specify multiple tests. So you could use an ampersand if you want to say and. So and with an ampersand, or you might want to use more complicated symbols like less than or equal to, or greater than or equal to. So an example of that could be weight greater than or equal to 30. And so if I had a value equal to 30, that would show. So let's actually do 46 to show you how this is working. So in fact, it returns the actual value of 46 as well.